The violence in the Middle East is spreading to Syria, where demonstrators demanding reforms set fire today to a courthouse and offices of the ruling party. They were protesting Friday's killing of 5 activists by Syrian security forces. Voting freely for the first time in more than 50 years, Egyptians overwhelmingly approved constitutional amendments that could lead to early elections. The vote came following protests that ousted President Hosni Mubarak last month. Mubarak had ruled for 30 years. And of course, the outcome of the Allied attacks on Libya is still unknown. Joining us tonight for some perspective on Libya is former Undersecretary of State Nicholas Burns. Nick, good evening.
Good evening, Russ.
Going to give you a couple of scenarios here. What if Muammar Qaddafi is able to hang on? What happens next?
If he hangs on, then we're looking at a protracted civil war between these parties, the Qaddafi forces and the rebel forces. We've essentially intervened in the middle of a civil war. We've taken the side of the rebels. We took away the military offensive from Qaddafi yesterday by imposing the no-flight zone and striking at his military positions. And if he stays, if he holds on, that means the United States and the European countries will have to stay involved to maintain that no-flight zone, and we could be there for weeks or months or perhaps even longer.
And what if he is brought down?
If Qaddafi falls from power, we're going to see the result of a gamble that the administration has taken. You know, we've intervened in this civil war on behalf of a group of people we don't know very well. They don't have a coherent leadership. They don't have any established program. We don't really know what they stand for. And so if Qaddafi loses power, we really have no idea at this point what individual or group of individuals would replace him and what their position ideology would be, whether it would be positive to towards the United States or perhaps even negative. And that's quite unusual and quite a gamble for our government to have taken.
Nicholas, let me ask you, given what is going on in Libya, do you see any possible way that Qaddafi could stay in power?
I think it's very likely now that his days are numbered, that he's going to fall from power. Because once having intervened with this kind of military force, it's difficult to believe he can achieve a military victory. And what the U.S. and Europe has done is going to give a real jolt of energy and direction to the rebel forces. I think it's only a question of time now before Qaddafi falls from power.
Nick Burns, as always, thanks for your insight.
Thanks very much.